Russell Bobby Wrestling. I'm telling you, man, this was the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Really.
Get ready!
You're
Woo!
listening to
We are
Norfolk
doing, and
Sounds
we're doing it
Bobby
better
Beautiful
than
Music.
anybody else alive.
Hey, good day. Welcome to another episode of the Bobby Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Bobby Wrestling. How are you doing today? Gonna make this real quick because, as usual, this is a weekday. I don't have that much time. I got to go to work tonight. I'm a working man. That's right. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done and get it out and over with. But boy, what a WrestleMania. I didn't get a chance to do the reviews, so I'm getting ready to do my review on WrestleMania now. And boy, the Raw after WrestleMania. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But before we get into it, I want to give you a best special message from our tribal chief. Yesterday I mourned. Today is day one of the comeback. All right, so just to let you know, the comeback is coming. The bloodline isn't going nowhere. People talking about the bloodline story is over with. No, the bloodline story is just beginning. Stories don't stop in the WWE. It just have a point where you got to go to the next chapter, and the next chapter, and the next chapter. Cody Rhodes' story is over with. For him getting the belt, now he got a belt. He got to create more stories, and one of the great stories will be, and I think it should come as soon as possible, Logan versus Cody Rhodes. Blonde blue eyes versus blonde blue eyes. So I'm going to go into the Raw, my results, my views of WrestleMania Night 2. Again, I didn't get a chance to get into it, but we're going to go ahead and get into it right now. The first one I want to talk about is Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Man, that was a banger match. Seth always put on a killer match. Seth is getting up in age where he can't do the incredible feats that he used to do, but he's still an incredible work, an incredible master of the rings. I love Seth. Don't get me wrong. I love Seth. A lot of y'all people think I don't like Seth. No, I just know Seth is the heel, and he will always be a heel. And no matter how much you try to turn him face, he's going to be the guy to stab you in the back because he has mental issues. His character he's psychotic. He's greedy, psychotic. He's an opportunist. He's nutcases. He has a jealousy issue. He's hot tempered. He's very angry, and that's him. Step away from the flamboyant outfits. That will make Liberace jealous. This guy is a stellar wrestler. To me, one of the best on the roster when it comes pound to pound wrestling. Nobody can beat Seth. Nobody. Not even Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is not even on the level of Seth Rollins. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, great match back and forth. Claymore this. Stomp kick. Curse stomp here and there. Everything was great. And Drew finally got a Claymore on Seth Rollins and beat Seth Rollins 1, 2, 3. And relishing in the moment, my mic is always acting now. And relishing the moment is what you should do at WrestleMania. When you finally get your WrestleMania moment in front of a big crowd, which Drew McIntyre never got that, in front of a crowd, you relish that moment. You hold the belt. You thank God. You cry. Everybody do it. Shawn Michaels, everybody do it. I ain't never seen Rock do it, but everybody do that, But no, Drew had to take it to the next level. CM Punk is on commentary. He's out there talking to CM Punk throughout the match. He's all focused. He could have lost his match like that, but, CM Punk is also a thorn in the flesh of Seth Rollins too. But he wins the title, and he goes in there and rub it in the face of CM Punk at WrestleMania, where you can't even focus on who's coming in and who's coming out. So after he finally DMX'd him in his face, pretty much told him to suck it. He turned around, got ready to walk off, and you ain't going to tell CM Punk to suck it, man. That's the Tupac of wrestling. You ain't going to tell him to suck it. Can you imagine you telling Tupac to... No, Tupac going to go off on you, and rightfully so. So Seth Rollins went off. Drew McIntyre caught the beat down from CM Punk. CM Punk took off his arm brace and beat the crap out of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre just rubbing in his face, belt in his face, get on the table, get in front of him, squat down, kilt wide open and everything. He goes and kisses girlfriend, wife, whoever she is, and whoever the other guy is and just relishing the moment. Trolling. See, this is where trolling, if you do it too much, going to bite you in the behind. Got whacked by CM Punk. Damian Priest came in, cashed in the Money in the Bank, and whooped the hell out of Drew McIntyre. And won the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He won it. And I predicted that. I predicted that Drew was going to win, but I predicted that there was going to be a cash-in by Damian Priest. When you wake up and you're on your way to work and you got work on your mind, you kind of slip. He got the cash in. I knew Damian Priest was going to get the cash in and be the world champion. I don't predict this. I'm not predicting it's going to be a long reign. It's not going to be a long reign. Eventually, Drew is going to get that belt at Clash of the Castle, and ain't nobody going to stop it. Not even what happened yesterday in Raw. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But great match, great back and forth. I give this match a 4-star. Look, Dave Meltzer ain't the only one can give out stars, man. I give him 4 stars. I live in the Bronx, so I should use some Bronx references, but 4 stars out to that. And then we go to our next match, the Pride versus Final Testament. Bobby, why are they calling them the Pride? You know, a Pride is a bunch of lions sitting up on a stump while the women go out there and kill and bring the food back. And the Pride, which is mostly lazy men, just sitting there waiting for the food to come. That the woman, then when the guy, woman doing all the work. And clearly B-Fab ain't doing all the work here. So we need to stop calling this a Pride. Hurt business. Go back to Hurt Business. Triple H, what the hell are you doing? See, everybody hailing, Triple H, he's this god. Nah, calling them the Pride is dumb. It's the Hurt Business, the reformed Hurt Business. If Ric Flair can change up the 4 Horsemen, you can change up the Hurt Business. You can get new members of the Hurt Business. You can go back and get old members. You can reunite. You go back to You would have had an advantage over Karrion Kross and the Final Testament. You would have had advantage over them a whole long time ago if you just reunited with your manager instead of you trying to be a manager. Go back to MVP, bring Almost in as the enforcer, and y'all go back to dominating. You guys should have been tag team champions in that tag team match. You shouldn't have been in a 6-way match. You should have been tag team champion. You should have been the WWF World Heavyweight Champion. You wasn't even in the running last night on Raw. So they need to go back to this. No, this is the new Hurt Business, and we mean business, and we reinforce. We squashed our beef. We reinforced, and we came back together bigger, bolder, and better than ever with Omos, with MVP, maybe Carmella Hayes. I mean, just bring some people in. That's all I got to say about that. But no, good back and forth match at the end of the day. Devon Dudley was the referee in this match. And they did a lot of Devon get the tables and blah, blah, what's up and all that kind of stuff. When you got a serious team like this, don't do that stuff. Stop, please. These are serious, vicious tag teams. And even though Bobby can go in and out, Street Profit can go in and out, Babyface 1 minute, heel 1 minute, they right in between, which I love a person in between. He can go either way. That's my thing with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is not a babyface. He's a real heel. Go look at his work in Ring of Honor. He is a real butthole. But they're not going to bring that to the WWE. But they need to have him right in the middle. Show some healer spots every now and then. But we'll talk about him a little later. But yeah, stop that. Final Testament name, cool, decent name. But we already got the Judgment Day, the Final Testament. What we going to have? Godsmack come in or something like that? I don't know, man. We need to change that up, WWE. It's the Hurt Business. Go back to the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business was cool. The Hurt Business was it. The Pride, get out of here with that Pride crap. Anyway, we're going to go to AJ Styles versus LA Knight. This match should have never happened. What do you mean? You come to my house trying to start stuff with me, I'm popping the cap in your behind. I'm like Arn Anderson. You come try to take something from me, or you coming on my property, I'm spilling blood on the ground. Bang. You don't come to my house with that mess. I'm popping a cap in you. It'll be the last house you go to. So LA Knight shouldn't have been in this match because LA Knight should have been in real life gone to be with his maker, especially in Gainesville, Georgia. They don't play that. They hunters over there. They shooters. They gun carriers over there. I know. I've been there. But great match. I would get this match a 4-star. Matter of fact, just the energy in this match was pretty good. LA Knight, his energy is incredible for a man his size, just leaping on the ropes and stuff like that. Incredible. AJ Styles, same thing. Not as big as LA Knight, but still, AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers of all time. Great work. And at the end of the day, the winner is LA Knight in this particular. But I don't think this feud is over with. You think AJ Styles is going to let that go? No. People think, once the match is over with, it's over with. No. And it shouldn't be. Match don't determine whether beef is squashed. All right, so we're going to go to the next one. Logan Paul versus KO and Randy Orton. This was pretty fun. A pretty funny match. And, I'm not going to go back and forth into it. But the main thing that I caught was Kevin Owens and Randy Orton supposed to be tag teaming. They supposed to be working together to get rid of the douchebag of the year, Logan Paul. Logan Paul, I got to tell you, Logan Paul is a phenomenal wrestler, period. I thought Bad Bunny was good, sucking up, learning how to do this and becoming a natural, and he is. Snoop Dogg not, and he is. Pat McAfee, good. But man, Logan Paul, even though I don't like the guy, got to give the man his props. I don't like him as a businessman. I don't like the way they family move. I don't like it. But that's their thing, and it's making money. Who am I to complain? They got the money. I ain't got all the money that they got. Maybe I need to change up and do some things like them so I can get some more money too. Whatever it take to get that dollar. But yeah, man, that match was fun. It was funny. 1 minute KO would do something. 1 minute Randy Orton do something, and after a while, Randy Orton to sneak to do something on KO, and KO sneaked to do. So after a while, KO was like, "Yo, are we really gonna do this? So we really gonna so we ain't gonna work no more. We just gonna stop and start hitting on each other." Yeah, of course, Kevin. You only can fight so much. You get rid of him, y'all still got to fight each other to pin to win the belt. So at the end of the day, Logan Paul already ticked off that he got to be in a 3-way in this match. The whole bottom line is Logan came out on top because Kevin Owens and Randy Orton could not keep their mind focused. The whole goal was who's going to pin Logan Paul, not who's going to pin each other. So at the end of the day, I got to give Logan Paul his props. I thought Montez Ford had the best, highest frog splash in the world. But I don't know, man. Logan's is pretty high. And I can't wait till those two guys wrestle each other. Soon as possible, we need to do Logan Paul versus Montez Ford. And if Logan gonna go for the world championship, he should drop it to Montez Ford. It's time for Ford to step up, step out a little bit. I'm not saying leave the Hurt Business, but bring the gold to the Hurt Business. Time for the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business. The Hurt Business. The Hurt Business, Triple H. The Hurt Business. To bring some gold back to their stable. They had all the gold at one time. It's time to bring it back. And it's time to reassemble, reinforce, and reinvigorate the Hurt Business and put them on top. Now that the bloodline is regrouping, we need a real dominant stable on that level. Karen Cross and then Final Testament is it, but I don't trust Razor, Ozar, and the Oakzar, whatever their name are. I don't trust them, man. They so injury prone. They like CM Punk. They ain't gonna last. They not gonna last 3 months without getting their injury. That's just the way it is. But yeah, they won the Philadelphia Street Fight. Why am I talking about Bobby Lashley anyway? Yeah, we need to get some. So Logan Paul. Yeah, I was talking about Montez Ford. Logan Paul is phenomenal, and he's a heel and a heat magnet, and I love it, and I'm all for it. And Cody need a heel right now. And I think right now, if Seth ain't going to come back and get his revenge, which is coming, it is coming. When Seth come back and get his revenge on Cody. In the meanwhile, while he's doing that, regrouping, getting his plan, getting his story, and getting his strategy to come after Cody to get that belt, the world belt, I don't think Logan Paul need to be going for the World Heavyweight Championship. He should be going for the Universal. He should be a thorn in the flesh of Cody Rhodes. So let's get that done, Triple H. Let's get that done. The next, and the last, not next to last, but the next one was the Women's Championship, which I wasn't really into it. I'm sorry. Bayley is good. Bayley is phenomenal. EO is phenomenal. High flyer moves here. Belly with the belly with the, belly smash and all that kind of stuff. Just a basic, typical Bayley match. At the end of the day, I thought Bayley should have lost. Bayley should have put the younger talent over in this case because Bayley has done it all. She's a Grand Slam champ. She's won the tag. She won all the women belt. She won the NXT belt. I think she won the NXT. But either way, she's a Grand Slam champ. So give Bayley her flowers and let her move on. She shouldn't have won this match. It's just like I would have been upset if Becky Lynch would have won that match. I know she had a fever and all that, but she shouldn't have won that match anyway, which she didn't, thank God. Rhea continued to reign strong. Io should have continued to reign strong. And the person who should have been able to get in Io's face was Jade Cargill. Later on, not right now. We got to build Jade up. All right, so the next one is the one that everybody been waiting for. And let me go back to Io Sky for a second. I mean, I really want to talk about this because this is so important about putting talent over. Bayley has been injured. She's still dealing with her injuries. And I get it. Let me check something out real quick. I want to make sure that I'm getting some sound. Because this thing often does this to me. So Bayley done it all. So when you've done it all and you reach that level in your wrestling career, it's good to put the younger talent over it. That's why I'm not a fan of Rey Mysterio always getting the best of his son. Let your son put your son over. Let him earn that mask. At that time at WrestleMania, it shouldn't have been this tag match. It should have been father versus son for the Rey Mysterio moniker, the mask. See, Dominic Mysterio started off as Prince Mysterio. It's time to put the younger talent over with. Now, in the match that's coming up right now, I can't say that because Roman and Cody is about the same age. So it's hard for me to say anything about putting each other over here. Now, in this case, I understood what the WWE was doing, but I wasn't a fan of it. Everybody predicted, and they were right, and I was like, nah, that's not going to happen. Everybody predicted that I knew these people were going to show up, but I didn't expect them to show up in the match. And booking them in the match was corny. This is Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. We didn't have all this foolishness when it came to last Hollywood WrestleMania. All this Hollywood goofball resurrection of old wrestlers coming in to help somebody. What do the Undertaker got to do with Cody Rhodes? What do John Cena got to do with Cody Rhodes? Well, it got something to do with The Rock. Yeah, but what they got to do with anything? Well, you know, John Cena, he got squashed by Solo Sikoa. Yeah. Let that happen. Leave that alone. He's younger talent. Let that alone. It's time for somebody to retire John Cena. And that was the right call. And viciously retire John Cena. Why he had to come back. And but I get it. It's WrestleMania. You got to have star-studded, goofy stuff. But at that moment in the wrestling match, no. The Rock bringing his character back was serious business that can prolong for the next few years as TKO board member. Roman could always come back with a bigger stable, bring some people with him and reinforce the bloodline. He may not have that ridiculous title reign that he got because he do have health issues that he have to stay on top of. As you recently heard, Roman been taking a oral chemo treatment that's been helping him deal with a cancer that's in remission, leukemia, which is in remission and been in remission for a long time. It helps him go out and perform at top peak. Just think about this. This man, 4 years, built this TV persona up to keep us entertained, build these stories up with the help of himself and Paul Heyman, these storylines and bringing people into the storylines and bringing people to be part of these stories. I mean, everybody talking about Cody's story, but no, these are characters that came in Roman's story. Another chapter in Roman's story, which is true. He was right when he said that. To be able to do all that and make wrestlers relevant and bring them to the top of their peak where they can actually go for the world title, you know, and of course he's not going to put them over because he's Ric Flair. You know, Ric Flair is rarely going to put you over. And not knowing the value that we have in Roman and how we have to appreciate that we can get him at this time because, you know, dealing with sicknesses and disease ain't no joke. You can come out of remission, then you have to go back into treatment and be gone for a while. So having him for 4 years and as he still continue to keep this thing in remission through this oral chemotherapy treatment instead of going to old school chemotherapy treatment, Old school chemotherapy treatment would have took Roman out. He wouldn't have had the energy to battle. He wouldn't have that physique. He wouldn't have that stamina. And to be able to, everybody talking about, oh, he don't show up and stuff like that because he's a marquee champion. And that's what you want for your marquee champion. You want your marquee champion to be special where people pay money to come see this guy. Because it's still a business at the end of the day. And every now and then you'll get a special treat to see them wrestle on TV. But that's not a normal given thing. That's a special treat to see this marquee. That's like having Mike Tyson come to your hometown and wrestle somebody local. You're going to show up. And if you need to, you're going to pay to see Mike Tyson knock Uncle Buck out. A special attraction. Floyd Mayweather, special attraction. Randy Couture, special attraction. I can go on and on of the different people that we pay big money to go see. And if we saw them every day, man, we wouldn't pay no big money, especially when we could watch it on TV. So we have to take time to appreciate not just the title reign, not just the amount of people that he beat, but the amount of people that he built up where we believe they can beat him. And then eventually the person that we build up where he actually beat him. So we got to give Roman that props for that. And he's still at it. Now, rumor mill is there's a new treatment that Roman's going to be taking where he has to take daily oral treatment. I think it's daily oral treatment, daily or weekly or a few days. Taking that oral treatment. We don't know what kind, how it does him, and but they're supposed to have a new treatment. And the fact that Roman is getting ready to do a movie, factor in him dropping the title to Cody. Oh, Cody just beat his behind. There's no just beating Roman Reigns. This man has built this company before Cody on a trajectory to $1 billion. He maintained the money in this company through the pandemic. It was Vince McMahon that was trying to get greedy, but the ratings were still up. And when the people started coming in and Vince started getting their hand in this again, it started going down. But no, Roman, it's all Roman. Cody will tell you, everybody will tell you it's all Roman. But getting to this match, the match was a good back and forth. Roman style, slow, methodic, trash talking. Cody, he's trying to, fight through, persevere, because he know this guy getting the most of it, and he got to do whatever he do to get the win. He cannot lose this time. He got bets up and things like that I got to do it. And, they're going to accommodate that. The true Rocky story, all kind of adversities coming in to take Cody Rhodes out, and Cody getting the help with the adversities. So here come Seth Rollins. Here come John Cena. Here come The Undertaker. That's about it, right? All these people coming to help Cody out. It wasn't the Young Bloods. Where was Randy Orton? Where was KO? Where was the guy? Wasn't nobody from the back. It was some old school people. And I get it. They did that for nostalgia because this is supposed to be the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. And let's just go out with a bang and have some weird off-the-wall, cartoonish, corny stuff happen. The Undertaker take out Rock, the final boss. John Cena take out Solo. Sucker sellout Jey Uso take out his brother on the stage, leaving a clear path for Cody Rhodes to defeat Roman. Roman, one of my favorite parts of of that match was Roman said, "Let me do this. I'm gonna put the crossroad on you," and he put the crossroad on him. And Cody Rhodes kicked out, and he looked at Cody. He says, "This, you could see it. It was coming out of his mouth. You couldn't really say it. You're like, this BS move." He said, "I knew it. That move suck." He said, "That move beat nobody." And true, if you do it one time, Roman, it beats nobody. Now, when Damian Priest do his version of it, it beats people. But when Cody do it, he got to do it like 400-500 times before he actually get through the pin. I know I'm exaggerating, but he does it 3 times. It's not a finishing move when you got to do it 3 times. Finishing move one time. You ain't got to do the Stone Cold Stunner 3 times to pin somebody or the RKO 3 times. No, the Crossroad is supposed to be Cody's finishing move. Cody, you need another move that's going to take people out the first time you put it on them, not 3 times. Roman said, "I knew it. I knew it. That move suck." That move ain't beat nobody. So Roman is something else. But eventually Cody won, and man, I'd never seen at the end a long celebration like this where you got Bruce Pritchard coming out. You got Triple H coming out. You got all these people coming out to hold Cody up and say, "You did it. You finished the story." And people think that's the greatest storyline. That wasn't. That was a short storyline. It was good. The greatest storyline was Bloodline, especially when Sammy was there. And I thought it should have never stopped. I mean, you could have carried that bloodline story even more. And I would have had the bloodline do whatever they could to help Sammy get some gold, you know. But at the end of the day, Cody did defeat. And you know, I'm not a Cody fan, to tell you the truth. I know Cody is not this babyface version. This American Nightmare. You're supposed to be an American Nightmare. You're a nightmare, but you are a babyface. How you gonna be a nightmare and a babyface? And do we want kids to believe that being a nightmare is a good guy? You know, and if you know Cody from his heelish days, Cody makes a great heel. And I'm looking for that Cody. I'm not gonna ever be a fan of this babyface. He's the babyest, bluest babyface, and he got all the marking. He's Hogan. Blue eyes, blonde hair, eat your, you know, say your prayers, eat your vitamin, make a wish. They got their guy. My thing is how long the audience is going to have that guy, because most of those audiences are not tweeners and not little girls and not Cody Crybaby older men, and they're not, you know, a lot of them are just grown men. And if you watch Cody and his downfall in AEW, thank God they're not bringing out his wife, Brandy. Brandy's a beautiful woman. She has her purpose. But her being side by side with her man, this should never happen. Triple H, please, I'm telling you, don't have Brandy out there every time with him. Now he's the champ. Thank God she wasn't out there Monday. This is Cody. Wife, stay at home. Or go back to NXT and wrestle. If you're going to be a Becky Lynch, be a Becky Lynch. Have your own identity outside your husband. Don't be trying to build something together separate. You're not going to the ring with your husband. You're not going to the ring with your wife. It's you and that opponent. So Triple H, please, don't let Brandy get some on-screen roles, you know, because she can get a little bit too strong to turn people off. And then, you know, with the lecturing in the ring, with the history lessons in the ring, with the big words in the ring, Cody need to shave that off. Just get straight to the point. I love heel Cody. Go back and watch. They have a video called heel Cody's Savage Moment. Go watch that. Great work. Man, Cody was spitting on people. You know, just all kind of crazy stuff, man. Just a real horrible guy. And one of my coworkers, shout out to my man. Nah, she was like, Cody, is Cody a dick? And I'm like, yeah, man, you don't know Cody. And most of you guys don't know Cody. You only know the WWE babyface version of Cody, the one they created, which is, to me, when you create something for somebody, it's going to stell out sooner or later. It's going to stell out. That was the problem with Roman Reigns. They was trying to create the big dog, trying to make him a heel, and it stelled out. We wanted him to become a heel. He came back as a heel and one of the best heels of all time. And I think, and once Roman leave, we need a heel. We need a jerk. We need a real arrogant butthole. And he was better with the Bullet Club. And by the way, let me say this. Bloodline rules. The Rock could have been a referee. So Bloodline rules wasn't really Bloodline rules. Anybody, it was anything goes. And there were so many different ways you could have went with this match. Like, for an example, when Seth Rollins grabbed the chair, everybody assumed that chair was for The Rock or assumed that chair was for Roman Reigns. We don't know that. Common sense would tell you it is, but you don't know wrestling. Seth Rollins ain't going to ever be good with Cody having a belt, and he don't. Seth Rollins don't like Cody like that. He want to use Cody to tear down the bloodline. Now, the bloodline is temporary on pause right now. Mission accomplished. We going back to enemies now. I don't like you. You think you're better than me. You already got 3 wins over me. You think I'm going to forget about that? And right when he's going out there to congratulate Cody Rhodes, he's going to beat the savage hell out of Cody Rhodes. And right now, Cody needs a couple of challengers, a couple of adversaries. Seth Rollins be one. Logan Paul will be another great one. I'm going to just leave it there at that. And another thing, it's bloodline rules. Before you got those old guys coming in, we already know that Jacob Fatu is signed to the WWE finally. We already know Tama Tonga is signed to the WWE finally. Why did you not let these guys debut that night at WrestleMania? It would have been perfect. If you can bring the old heads, you can bring somebody fresh and new. Well, why do they get that glory? Because they're bloodline members. Jacob Fatu could have came and went on the bloodline side, and Tommy Tonga could have went on Cody's side because Cody used to be part of the Bullet Club. But Tommy Tonga also realized that Cody did an amount of damage to the Bullet Club when they started this elite thing, and how they broke off and started another promotion as a result of it. So yes, he could have came and act like he was on Cody's side, then viciously turn on Cody too, and they both start beating them down, and then here come the legends. Here come the heroes to save the day. to give Cody still an opportunity to take it to Roman Reigns and pin him for the 1, 2, 3. But they didn't do it. They dropped the ball. And now they want to announce we got these guys signed. You should have been announced that. You should have announced that the day after. These guys should have debuted at WrestleMania out of the crowd, viciously going, defending the bloodline. So those are things that they missed. And he ain't going to be able to get it back. Great opportunities, man. You ain't going to get it back. Should have been a bloodline invasion before the legends came in to help Cody. Now, again, what motive do the legend have to help Cody? All right, Roman beat The Undertaker and he had to retire his shoes, right? He said, it's my yard. Solo defeated John Cena and retired him, right? That's the reason to bring these guys back. Anyway, that is my review of...
Get ready! Woo! We are yours, and we're doing it better than anybody else.
That's a song I'm working on, and you'll be able to hear it here soon, called Styling and Profiling. So get ready for my song. I'm old, but I still can bust a couple of lyrics, you know what I'm saying? But that is my review of WrestleMania Night 2. We're going to do the review for Raw tomorrow whenever I get a chance. I got to go to work early tomorrow. Guys, I work. That's why I can't be on here all the time. I work. But nevertheless, it was a great WrestleMania. Would I say it's the best? No. Actually, the best was the one with Hogan and Mr. T and all that, because that was hilarious. I was around during those times. Most of you guys wasn't around. So to me, that was the best. Do I put this in my top 5 WrestleManias? Yes, they go in my top 5 WrestleManias. But I've seen some WrestleManias that was more entertaining and more real than anything. This What's Up and Get the Table with Bobby Lashley and the Pride. Those guys supposed to be vicious businessmen. They're supposed to be the Black Four Horsemen. That's what they're supposed to be. The Black Four Horsemen. You ain't gonna see the Four Horsemen. Voila! Get the table. Blah, blah, blah. You ain't gonna see the Four Horsemen doing like that. So stop, man. Stop trying to put serious acts in comedy spots, Triple H. Leave it alone. And I got to give it to R-Truth. God doggone R-Truth, man. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'm Wrestle Bob. I'm Bobby Wrestling, formerly known as Wrestle Bob. Let me get that right. I confuse myself sometimes because I'm always switching up. But this is it. This is the setup. The mask is coming. I will be known. When that mask comes, I'm going to stick with Wrestle Bob right now. But when that mask comes, it's the Bobby Wrestling Show. WrestleMania 40 is done. It's in the shelf. I give it A. That's it. No A+. I give it A. I really didn't like the cartoonish ending. To me, it was too cartoonish. It was just nostalgia, and I get why they did that. But they should have debuted these new Bloodline members into wrestling that night because they are Roman's family or family extension when it comes to Tommy Tonga and Haku's son. Their family extension. They should have debuted that night. The cartoon ending, wasn't a fan of that, but I get why they did that. It's WrestleMania 40. The What's Up and all that kind of stuff with Karrion Kross and the Final Testament and the Pride, crappy name, go back to her business. Not a fan of that. Other than that, it was pretty decent, pretty entertaining. I'm Bobby, Wrestle Bob with the Wrestle Bob Show. Holla at you later. Peace.